o'er the land, o'er the free, and the home of the brave. Being put out there is alarming, and how do you overcome it? What's an assault weapon? What's with this magazine stuff? What you do need to know, the one sentence that you can use in the arsenal is that criminals don't follow laws.
Exactly!
They don't follow the laws. You can law yourself up to the top of the...
Going about his everyday life, trying to provide for his family. But also, like me, he's a private citizen who believed and understood that his liberty and his future were at risk. For 5 terrible years, Billy Trowbridge, like thousands of other farmers and millers and blacksmiths, thousands of men whose names I'll never know, Billy actually did pledge his life, his most likely meager fortune, and his sacred honor to defend and secure his natural rights for himself and his family. In the book of Isaiah in the Old Testament, the prophet hears the Lord asking, "Whom shall I send? Who will go for us?" Isaiah answers, "Here am I, send me." In Billy's time, there was no one else to send, and if I close my eyes, I can almost hear Billy say, "Here am I, send me."
Republican Alliance in New Hampshire. She's a New Hampshire representative, 3rd term, and a really cool chick. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Representative Pam Tucker.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, Susan, for having this. And my goodness, thank all of you for coming out today. I know it is cold out there. I'm standing here freezing in my boots. We are here today because of the continued assault on us freedom-loving, law-abiding citizens that we are. As you know, there is a national movement out there to disarm us and to make us criminal when we've been victimized and our property is stolen from us. We've even seen it in the New Hampshire legislature, an onslaught of bills designed.
And as I look around, it's cold, isn't it?
No.
And in the winter of 1776, morale was low. Supplies were running out. Defeat was in the grasp. General Washington proposed a daring crossing of the Delaware River. And when that proposal was made, another great not New Hampshire patriot, but certainly he could have been from New Hampshire, said these words, "These are the times that try men's soul. The summer soldier and sunshine patriot will, in this crisis, shrink from the service of his country. But he that stands it now deserves the love and thanks of man and woman. Tyranny like hell is not easily conquered, yet we have this consideration with us.
Hear, hear.
That the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. This is your Valley Forge moment, ladies and gentlemen. You are not sunshine patriots.
No, we're not.
It is cold. They said it was going to snow, and you came out here to draw a line in the sand from my cold, dead hands.
Woo!
They will not take what is yours.
No, they won't. Hands off.
Live free
Or die.
Live free
Or die.
Now I'm cold too, and I happen to be wearing my Scottish
Our presence
sweater.
here today is the evidence that we are committed to protecting our freedoms.
Yes, we are. Woo!
Officers such as myself. He's going to talk about HB 135 and a lot of other things. Ladies and gentlemen, it is so nice that some representatives came out here to speak with you today, because they are your defenders in this chamber.
Hear, hear.
A big round of applause, please, for Dan Dumig. During the political season, I interviewed politicians, which is always fun. And the first time I had this person in, she was running for governor. And we were talking about Article 2A and the Second Amendment, and in the middle of the studio, which is like a fishbowl, it has windows all around, and it has all the offices of all our executives, she whips out her Glock. And it kind of scared a lot of people. A big round of applause for Karen Testament. Karen, where are you? Raise your hand. You were up on the steps earlier, but for those of you who don't know Karen, once again, another great lady of liberty. And we have a lot of great ladies of liberty here in New Hampshire. We're fortunate in New Hampshire. We make our women as strong as our men, so... And the spirit never goes napping.
Okay, well, I love lawyer jokes, let me tell you. They're the best. But this is my daughter, who's agreed to help me today, because I'm sure many of you are familiar with Jeff Foxworthy's Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? We're going to play a little game right now. It's called, Is Joe Biden Smarter Than a Sixth Grader?
Okay.
Which is my daughter, Abby, is in 6th grade. Let me see, does this come out? Here we go. Here's the question. Abby, I'm going to ask you a question, and we're going to test that right now. Okay, what's a better gun to have to defend yourself? Okay, a 12-gauge double-barrel shotgun or an AR-15 with a 30-round magazine? Now think about it and give your answer. Go ahead.
My AR-15.
Oh, her AR-15. Very good. You've just proven that you are smarter than Joe Biden. Thank you very much for helping us play that game. Aw, thanks, hon. Okay, and you know, when it comes to resistance, that really is the new, so to speak, movement in gun rights, is resistance. We've actually gotten to the point where part of the fight for our gun rights is the fact that we got the guns.
Yeah!
Right? Sign that you can't remember when the relationship became such that you would trust this man in the trench with you. Because that's what it means. All of you right here, most of you armed, I'm standing in front of you and I trust every single one of you. Isn't that a great spirit we have?